How you doing,
How you doing, baby?
You look cute.
I do look cute. I am a cute guy, though.
Why do you have my jersey on? How'd you get my jersey? I don't think I've ever seen that before.
You wore number 44?
Oh,
Yeah.
this is a for real jersey.
But this is probably his jersey.
This probably is my jersey. I'm not kidding.
Take it.
Why does it look like
Like the
fresh out of the
Stones?
box?
Because he left.
No, he's got
he left.
He's got a collection of jerseys. How many jerseys do you have collected?
Like 500 something?
He ain't got no more jerseys. His jersey got burnt up by his last baby mama.
Your last baby mama
He ain't got
burnt
no
up
more
your jersey.
jerseys. He ain't
Look
got
at his
shit at
face.
the house.
No, I don't mean to nitpick. No.
Give her
He
sex.
ain't got
No.
shit.
I wasn't paying
He ain't
attention.
got
No, I
nothing
wasn't
at
paying
that
attention with
moment.
it. He got a black hair. You just got to pop that. Just.
Oh, yeah, I just shaved my face.
Yeah,
you
just hand light. I
Gil,
don't want it to squirt on me.
welcome to Road Trippin'. We're so excited to have you.
Thank you. I
Would you like some
appreciate
wine? We drink wine on this podcast.
What type of shoes you got on?
You don't want any wine?
I'm Malibu cranberry pineapple type of guy. You know,
Well-
I haven't graduated to wine yet.
Malibu pineapple.
I haven't graduated to wine yet. I'm not
Funny
that
story,
developed.
Gil was the first person to get me drunk when I was of age.
You were not.
You was not of age.
What's that?
He was of age.
Why would you lie?
Well, it's part of the story.
You didn't want to brush your hair, but you knew we was gonna be on TV, right?
Damn.
What?
So all y'all about to say like, oh,
No, I was doing the Kevin Durant.
You doing the Kevin Durant?
Just natural, baby. Just
looks like-
how I wake up.
All y'all look like that.
His hair
No.
like a carpet
How'd you
you
get
might
him?
find in a trap house.
How'd you get him?
We got him because of
me.
you.
You need me. That's what it is. You need me, baby.
You trying to piggyback off my stardom.
He needs me.
He's trying to. You heard my name and decided to come on over.
And I really look good
can't
though.
shake
Look at
this
that camera.
motherfucker for
Look
shit.
at that camera. Look at me
Okay.
and you compare our faces.
Yeah, I'm dying, man. I'm starting to sweat. I'm laughing so hard.
Can you
Me
guys?
is like
so
Will Smith and
They
Martin
may
Lawrence.
know, and some people might know, but I don't know the relationship of you two.
He ruined my life. That's all it is. That's all it is. That he owed me for this.
Can you break down this
He
friendship?
So
ruined
he
my
was,
life. Tell
you know,
me.
when you're
Tell
in the NBA, you know,
Tell him.
when you're the star player, you pick rookies.
Oh.
And he was my rookie.
In Washington.
And
in Washington, D.C.
he's
Oh,
never
yeah.
he's never maximized his
Yeah,
ability
I
ever
couldn't.
since then.
I couldn't. I got shot in the gun meeting.
Okay,
We
so
had a
the
gun meeting.
Okay.
He had a gun meeting. You know how he always had a weird meetings with.
Yeah.
He brung a BB gun inside the gun.
I
meeting.
feel like Gilbert and guns, like we'll
shot
get to
me.
that at some point in time.
He shot me in front of them, and I'm looking at him like, "This y'all ain't gonna do nothing."
It was a
They-
lie.
you
I
didn't
had
shoot
a,
me?
I had a paintball gun. You had a BB gun. I took your BB gun and shot you. Yes.
Damn, you Cheddar Bob? You got shot with your own gun?
Yeah, he got
Don't
shot
bring
with
it
his
in.
gun.
I brought it to the parking lot to play, like scare him. He brought it actually inside the arena.
Okay, so
Stop.
you know him
Stop.
well enough, and I do
Just
too.
stop.
No,
You
no,
know
I
me-
didn't bring the BB gun. Stop lying.
Stop. Just stop. It's
shot-
okay. Just stop. Dog, just stop.
How am I
We
gonna
can
stop?
accept.
Oh, you shot me.
We
Devo.
used to have paintball
Can we roll
and
the
BB
tape?
gun
You did.
fights in our locker. Just stop.
No,
Can we
that
roll
was
the
our
tape?
thing.
No,
Just stop.
no, not in the locker.
What is this?
Them Tigers, them Tigers, you know, they got enough to get the house for nothing.
Hey.
Tell me do this count though.
Yeah,
Right?
does it?
Yeah.
Please, let us know.
Tell me do the mines count. He said this don't count.
What don't count?
This last shot right here.
Let me
'Cause
see.
He just made it.
Does that
That-
count?
Oh, no, that didn't count.
Oh,
That
come
don't
on.
count.
That counts.
That don't count. What?
That's-
What? How many times? Oh, you didn't dunk. But like you would dunk the ball and it would pop out the back of the rim. That don't
Don't
count.
count.
Don't
Thank
count.
you.
I did
Appreciate
dunk.
it.
I had super bounce. I had more bounce than you. Don't disrespect me like that.
Ooh.
I actually did that count. We didn't have to get to the other stuff.
You have more bounce than me?
No.
Do you have more swag than Richard?
I got the highest
yeah.
vert.
Yeah. You got the what?
Highest vert.
No.
Tell him. He talk
listen,
about this
listen,
all
listen.
the time.
When he kept saying he had the highest vert in NBA history,
Yeah.
I'm going off of steps, right? So he has a high 30, was it 38?
39.5.
Yeah, 39.5 is his his vertical jump.
Yeah.
Standing.
His max jump is 40.
So like standing is 39, running is 40. That's trash.
I still got the highs in standing.
Fucking trash.
Still got the highs.
Me neither.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he was my rookie, and I just made him do all the things I didn't want to do as a veteran. You know.
No, man.
Did he obey?
No,
No,
no.
no.
Penalties if he didn't obey.
He got penalties. That was one of them.
Yeah, that's right.
You shot him with
He
the
only
sword?
obeyed when there was
All right,
women
one time
involved.
I did. Oh, it's only
Women
one time.
involved?
Yeah,
Only
like,
one
I'm
time.
going to the strip club. You want to go? Yeah, I want to go. I'm gonna drive you. That
Stop,
was
bro.
those.
Stop,
that was
stop.
those things. Like he only did that if I said, "Yo, can
Come
you
on,
go
man.
get this? Can you go to the store and buy me something?" He'll go to the store, buy me what I want,
what
but then he'll charge
He
$3 or
asked
$4
for
more
me to get
$1,000 on my.
iPhone.
You know,
$4,000 more dollars?
He asked me to get an iPhone. I said, I need one too. So I bought me an iPhone, laptop.
Did you really?
Hell yeah, all this shit. He gave me the car. I'm like, shit,
That's
that's real.
ballsy.
yeah, ask him what happened after that.
He took my keys and like we was on the road when I did it.
What happened to the car?
He took my keys and somehow shipped them back to the house for like when we land, I couldn't get in my car so he could beat me to my house. So once I got home, he had like paintball guns. He just took the wheels off my tires, all kind. It was crazy.
Sometimes you just got to pay.
Did you have to give the computer back?
No, hell no.
Oh, you just had to
You
fix
took
it.
the
I think it
wheels
was-
off his car?
Wheels off my car and rolled them into film and shit like that. Like,
Rolled him into film?
have a field day?
like that's what I'm like, why didn't they do nothing? They could have saved me.
Listen, I would have
He
been
could have
terrified.
saved me.
Can't save nobody from Gilbert. Can't save nobody from Gilbert. They're just like, yeah, you gotta learn your lesson.
And the only time I was a chauffeur, I was all kind of stuff, man. He paid me though.
He was the worst. I mean, he wasn't your ideal rookie as a vet because it was hard.
Did there
had
was
to
there
work at
anything
it.
that he helped you with basketball?
That's what I say he ruined my life. I told you, but I say he ruined my life. He ruined my life.
Okay, it's just like any young guy. You come in sometimes on a veteran's bad year. I'm injured, so it's more party mode than work ethic at that point. So
I
he
didn't
gets
need
the
to see
bad
that.
part of who
a
I
good
was.
Student
I got you.
in college.
It wasn't like he came in.
Did you
and-
guys know each other prior to that?
No.
I never heard
I just
of
knew he was
You
like
never
this.
heard
Are you
never
from
heard
the
of him.
same area?
it. Yeah, but I'm more of a star over there. Yeah.
You're Valley Boys, right?
I'm a Valley boy. He was one of those LA dudes who couldn't play basketball in his neighborhood, so they had to ship him to the nice neighborhood so he can function.
Gilbert just lived in a nice neighborhood.
I just lived in a nice neighborhood.
neighborhood.
Yeah. So he was one of those transfers into the nice suburb
Yeah.
type of school. So
Clarence.
I was the king.
Come from a real
I was,
nice
I
I'm
was
the
the
king. I'm the king.
I was the
I'm
king.
the king.
and then Jordan
I'm the
Farmar.
king.
Jordan Farmar was second, and then you got your
Man,
third.
come on, man. Everybody
Yeah,
knows
Farmer,
who's the
yeah.
king.
So we were the two Valley guys. He
You
was
know
an
who's
LA
the
guy
king.
played in the Valley.
No,
so
I was
he's
a Valley
like,
guy.
He's like,
I'm a Valley guy.
And he also,
He's like Barry Bonds
Yeah, like so
is-
Jordan Farmer's from up there, then played at UCLA, went to the Final Four, then played with the Lakers. So yeah,
Right.
he was Lonzo Ball before Lonzo
yeah,
Ball.
he was a Valley kid. He wasn't necessarily.
I'm the
Valley.
king now.
And then you got the Drew
Where
Holiday
are you
boys.
from originally?
West LA.
What's up?
That's,
What-
South
like,
Central. South Central.
What high school are you supposed to go to?
My high school I went to in the Valley.
He was getting beat. I told you he was getting beat up. He was one of those. He was
He was
getting
the
beat
Fresh
up in his
Prince-
little
He was
neighborhood.
the Fresh
and he
Prince of
moved.
Bel Air?
That's what happened. Nah, I wasn't. I got kicked out because I wasn't going to school, and then my fat friend was playing basketball, and some dude AAU coach seen them, and like, oh man, you hoop? Do you got friends? And he brought me to a practice, and then I got a second chance in life to better myself, and then I came to the Wizards, and then all that.
Well, so just all the things, the trouble in school, I can see how it was easy for you to get into USC.
No. And y'all went to Arizona.
Yeah.
With a
Yes.
guy that said he's 16 when he's really 30.
Gil, Nick said that Arizona was like a JUCO.
What?
How do you feel about that?
He said it was like a JUCO, like it
Like
wasn't a real
JUCO.
school.
Like it wasn't a real school.
We said it was a
Arizona.
basketball school. It was like, yeah, it was like spring break JUCO.
I mean, sunny.
It's always sunny. It's bacon
Ladies
sunny.
always in bathing
You
suits.
was about
I
to
mean,
say, you was about to say the D word.
No, I wasn't. I said I'm just bathing suits all the time. I mean, it was lovely.
But y'all don't care about bathing suits.
Sorry, our school wasn't in the middle of the hood. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We can actually
can't.
walk across the street.
Oh, you can't. It's hot. It's a
We
desert
can
in
walk
Arizona.
across the street and like love life.
We're there in the winter.
We didn't have to-
We're there in the
We
winter.
can love life. We didn't have to
Love
worry about going off campus and getting robbed.
Who had to work? Let me change my shorts.
Look at these shorts and shit.
We're gonna counter.
So we was cool, you know.
Yeah.
That's cool. Hey, but where you get your shoes made at?
Was USC good when we played?
No.
Yes.
No, they had Brian
Y'all had-
Scalabrine,
Scalabrine.
Dexter
Who was
Fenton.
the-
Oh, Sam Clancy.
Sam Clancy.
Sam
They were
Clancy
good.
was
Desmond
They were
Former.
good.
Bradshaw was
Former.
David Blumenthal and Brandon Granville.
yeah,
they were
y'all
good.
was,
Former.
I mean, y'all still got smacked,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
it was
yeah,
nice. That was
work
nice.
detail.
That was a nice team.
Yeah.
Y'all definitely got smacked.
Yeah, got smacked, but y'all, it was nice.
Gil, what's up with your shoes? Let me see your shoes.
Yeah, please show these motherfuckers.
My dude, that's me.
This nigga got
That's
airbrush.
me.
got
What's wrong with
Vans
me?
on with his
I love me.
That's what I'm saying.
love
Is that
me.
pencil or airbrush?
I love me. A
Gilbert.
nice little artist.
I want to say this. You have never spoken truer words than the sentence you just said. You love you some
I love
you.
me.
Yeah, he does.
I got myself tatted twice on me.
No, you ain't got yourself that on. The
Me?
tattoos is ashy.
Me right here, me right here, and then me on my back.
What do your thighs say? What, not, I'm telling you, his thighs. What do your thighs say?
I don't know what it's.
What do they
What's
say?
What's your thighs say?
What's your
Most
dad say?
hated.
Most hated player? What is
Most
it?
hated?
Most hated.
You're the most. How could anyone hate you?
It's
Where'd
a
you get the
brand.
nickname Swaggy P from?
Yeah.
you know, I just had
him and
that
our boy
aura.
T-Top, you know.
It's just weird, right?
I got that.
You got a stripper
aura.
tattoo.
I got that aura.
You got a stripper tattoo. He wanted to be a stripper so bad. He wants to be
I am a
he wants to be a
stripper.
fine woman so bad. Just let it go, bro.
I can't help it if I look good.
Jesus.
I just have that aura. Like when you see me, you be like, oh, okay,
Okay, so
I
if
get
this
it.
guy is your rookie, like, does this make you proud? Like how you see it, you've seen him develop?
Hell no, I'm not proud that he my vet.
Yeah. I failed him. I did. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. It came out.
Let me show you the difference.
I just couldn't drive the boat.
I was very
That's all.
fortunate.
You just still supposed to give me the keys to the boat.
I had Jason Kidd as a vet. You had Gilbert Arenas as a vet. Oh, man. Channing, who'd you have as a vet?
Malik Rose.
That's a good vet.
Yeah, it's really
That's
good.
nice,
vet.
sensitive.
But then
Yeah.
it was started out as Steph,
Man, I was
and then
driving. He had me
Marbury.
driving from strip clubs, while he in the back seat with chicks and. I was just here chauffeur on my first year. I promise you. We go to the strip club. He give me like 5G, 6G. I'm like, damn, this how y'all rolling? And ones. I ain't seen this before. I ain't never spent like 10 G's at the club. So after,
So how much they pay you at USC though?
we didn't go to strip clubs at USC though.
You didn't say no. They didn't pay me. We didn't go to the strip club.
Oh yeah, nah, we ain't. Hey, nah, well, look, yeah. We in Philly, right?
God.
He like, come on, man. He ain't playing the next day. He in Philly. He like, let's go to the strip club. I'm like, all right, come on, man. He just throw me like 6 G's and ones, and I'm throwing them, and then when I run out, I go back to him. Cause he just had like
He had more.
50, like, I don't know, he's showing off. He had 2 Maybachs and for no reason, just to, I'm telling you, he had 2 Maybachs.
That's what I said. You caught me at the wrong time.
He had 2
You know, if you'd have
Maybachs.
got
I
me
think
before
I
I
had
got injured, then he would have been a better
He
player.
had 2 Maybachs and 2 Ferraris, like just
Rich.
cause he was trying
Called
to shit
rich.
on. He was trying to
That's
shit
what
on Deshaun Stevenson.
That's what the
'Cause
rich.
Deshaun
That's what the
Stevenson-
richer players
No,
do.
Deshaun
You know,
pulled
you
up
had
in
your
a-
Charger. That was cool. That was cool for your
I had
contract.
a challenger.
had a
That was
Challenger?
the
Oh,
first
it was a Challenger.
First year it came out. It was hot though. It was hot then.
Sure.
But I wasn't competing with you. Why are you competing with me?
I wasn't competing. I'm just
That's
saying,
what I'm
like,
saying.
Well, that's the problem with the NBA. It's competitive on and off.
I wasn't
wanna
competing. I had it before you
was
got there.
competing with Deshaun.
I wasn't competing with nobody. I had my money, and then.
All right, the
you know,
story is Deshaun pulled up in the Maybach. I guess he was talking shit, so Gil went out and bought 2 Maybachs. That's all I'm trying to get to. I don't know why he always
Should never giving y'all money.
He pulled up, and then Deshaun had a Ferrari, so he went and bought 2 Ferraris. So he had 2 Ferraris and 2 Maybachs for no reason. We had shit
Were you good in your Challenger? Had a Challenger look.
Why you always talking about my Challenger? It's hot. They had a Hellcat.
He had a burgundy Challenger.
Burgundy color, cloth seats.
It was matte red.
Matt Ray.
Matt wasn't even out there.
You got a pencil on your shoe.
Why you talking about
You got a pencil on your shoe.
But this is what
on,
this is
bro.
what happened.
You
It's
got a
this.
pencil on your shoe and you
A
still
guy
wear
who gets in
baggy
trouble
shorts.
for cheating all the time because what I did with him when he was younger. This is it. I gotta accept this right here.
No,
This is
no,
like
I've
if you
been-
know your
I've been
child
cheating.
is going to jail
I've
at some
been
point in
cheating.
life,
Yeah.
You don't need college money. Bail money is it. That's what this is. This is bail money right here. You know?
That's why they owe me everything.
What's the age difference between the two of you?
Shit, he about 40 now. He just
37, 35. You know, back then, those type of players was coming in at 24, 25, the Felipe Lopez's. The Felipe Lopez's. The Felipe Lopez is coming in. Spent 4 years in college. But did you spend 4 years in college?
3.
Oh.
3. Yeah, 3.
Channing spent 4 years. Look at Channing. Look at Channing.
Slow
Channing, this
develop.
is the
Slow
most quiet
develop.
I've ever heard.
Dude, I can't stop laughing. Like, I'm gonna start to sweat. Dog.
Well, no, because that fucking jean jacket you got on.
I know, but I'm already sweaty, so I gotta put the
Look
jacket
at this
on.
whole Bob. He
you
got like
still
a whole
playing?
denim outfit
No, I'm
on.
done this year. I'm not playing. I'm there.
How is that up there, though?
It's actually tight.
It is?
Yeah, it's actually tight. Like,
Damn
everyone cool.
liar.
You just trying to say that? You trying to get a job there? I don't think nobody want to coach there in Cleveland. You shouldn't even.
Look at Allie. Look at Allie.
You should just tell the
Nah,
truth.
She's from Ohio, so you gotta
You
be
should
careful.
just tell the truth. Like, it
I'm not
ain't
gonna
like
lie,
you
the
trying to
locker
come
room,
back.
I bet on teams with bad records, and this is probably the best locker room with a team with bad records. Like, dudes really like each other.
They're
We had-
nice.
They're nice.
I'm
So
sure.
many injuries. Kevin missed 50 games. Tristan missed 30 games.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, okay. All right, okay, we'll give you another 3 wins.
This ain't Sports Center.
Okay, so what's
Hey,
your?
that'd be 22. We be all right. That's almost an A spot.
So you retired at one point. You're retired, Richard.
Damn right.
Swaggy, are you retired?
It depends. Shit,
I'm
maybe.
being honest. Are you retired? Are you gonna try and
I don't know. Maybe.
maybe?
Yeah.
Okay, so for those of you that are officially retired, do you have advice for Channing?
Nigga, Gil been retired. He retired.
I have no idea
Retired?
what you
Why you
just
laugh
said.
We
You
said
been
retired, and we still got confused.
I cannot hear
How you
you.
gonna be
Eat right
How you gonna laugh and you been retired?
No, I said they said it.
Why
Retired,
you just laugh at me?
retired. Where do you? And you you're still confused. Like, okay, this is where he's at, where he's retired. He just don't know it yet. That's exactly.
I not know it?
He
You
don't
couldn't
know.
wait to get to it.
He
Like
doesn't.
you was.
No, I
Like
knew
when
I
they
was.
kicked your ass out.
I had-
Come on, let's talk. Let's keep talking.
I had six.
Come on, let's keep talking.
I had $66 million, so there was no reason for me to get up off the couch.
They wouldn't let you get in.
There was no point to go. I
You
want
could
a
get back
job.
in.
Like, you just listen. He's done. All right, we just done. He can go. We're gonna
I
be in
think
movies.
this is a part of your job, though.
We're gonna be in movies next year. We're gonna do all that good stuff.
to make
yeah.
sure that he understands that.
Yeah, we're gonna be basketball.
No, I don't want no more
We're gonna
knowledge
be
from him.
reality shows, the family life, cooking and baking and stuff. That's
Cooking and baking.
This is where he's at.
I'm in that
For
life.
Channing,
I am
listen.
in that life.
Yeah.
Play as long as possible. You don't want this after shit. Trust me. This shit
It
boring.
depends. It
This
depends.
shit is boring.
It depends.
What
Like, how are you
depends?
dealing with it?
Oh, I'm having
Richard?
a good time.
Yeah, I'm about to say,
I know
I like
Richard,
it.
you're
I'm about to-
No, you're cause I flew in from New York today, and I gotta fly back to New York to
You
work.
didn't have nothing else to do after. Nobody likes you.
Sam, I'm just doing.
Like,
I'm
he got a
working.
job. Nigga, you
I
got
got
a
kicked out
job.
of league for shooting, trying to bring guns. Like your career, nothing else is good for you after basketball. You don't have nothing else in life after basketball. We got shit to do
I
in
sat
life.
I sat on my
got stuff
couch
to do in
making
life.
$66 million.
Yes, you
You're
did.
sitting on your
you
couch.
stole
nothing.
that much money without a
Whoa.
mask. It was amazing.
Whoa.
It was
You
amazing.
stole it.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I can't happen if I just outsmarted everyone.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I outsmarted everyone.
Yeah.
I mean, my first year was hard.
Yo,
in a sense.
this year's hard for
After?
you still.
Because I
After
just
you
tried
got-
to, it's like that
You ever seen somebody
between,
that
between
can't
11
cope
and
with
1,
life?
I didn't know what to do.
You ever seen somebody that
didn't know
can't
what to
cope
do.
with life, trying to find his way on Instagram, was talking shit to everybody? Hey, you motherfucker, you seen that? You seen this shit? That's this nigga. He can't cope with life. He don't know what to do. Ask him what he do in his life. For 2 hours, he'll go sit somewhere just to sit somewhere, to look at the sun like this. Baby, where you been at? I was just sitting in the sun.
Chilling.
I was sitting in the sun.
Chilling.
No, what you do from, tell me your first year. Explain your first year to me like you did me. Who does this? I'm telling
talk
to
to
the
us, Gil.
world,
Talk to us,
please
Gil.
You know
tell
how
me.
you play? We practice from like 10 to 1, whatever.
Yeah.
And then 7 to we got games.
Yeah.
So I didn't know what to do in that time. So I get on the freeway, drive, get all the way downtown in traffic, drive all the way back, waste those 3 hours.
He wanna
Now
sit
I
in
can go
traffic.
take my nap.
If this ain't a crazy motherfucker, I'm telling you. Name somebody crazier than somebody that want to sit in traffic for 2 hours. It's
Because
like, baby,
I didn't play golf, so I'm trying to figure out how do I
you
waste
don't
3
need
hours
to play
that I was
golf
used to
do
wasting.
something else in life.
That's
That
crazy.
makes sense.
It was
though.
different. It was
That
just.
does not make sense.
This is Arizona.
What did you do from 11 to 1?
What do you
This is
mean?
Arizona.
What do you do from 11 to 1?
Like on a
Right now.
like, well, at work.
Oh, see,
Thank
so you
you.
don't have to worry about that.
But
You're busy.
no bullshit. Like during the summer, like I go work out. Like I work out from 9 to
Yeah,
like
you
12.
yes.
I'll go yoga.
You try to
stand,
figure-
just figure
it's
out
three-
something.
yeah, you try to figure
Like,
out how to-
Yeah, I just gotta get out the
Yeah, so
house.
what's wrong with his being sitting in the car in traffic?
Because that's a
Who does
borderline
that? Who
offense.
wanna
No one
sit
does
in
that.
traffic?
You,
Because it's
you-
not
I'm not going to the gym to work
You
out.
don't listen to music.
You don't
You
listen
don't
to
do
music?
nothing but just sit in traffic
You
and
don't
look at
listen
the
to
time.
It's like
Just
Crazy.
wasted 3
Just
hours.
go to
baby.
jail and do something. Do
Just
something.
wasted
go
3
something.
hours, baby.
Come home. Baby, what you do? I was sitting in traffic.
Traffic. Shit in traffic, baby.
Tell them about the other thing you did. You went to Starbucks, you didn't like the donuts, so you drove all the way to somewhere else just to
I was just wasting.
Yeah.
I was
How
just
long
trying to
did you
waste
do
time.
this? How long did you do this?
till you got a podcast. And that was this year. This nigga did that for 6 years. He did
6
this-
years, you
Yes,
I
he
listen
been doing
to your
that for
guys'
6
podcast.
That's what I'm saying.
It's a good podcast. No chill,
Yeah,
Gil.
until I got
You
a
guys,
podcast.
you think
I was
I'm
just-
on your
I was
podcast?
basically-
See, I just
was
did
doing
it 2 times to help him out because that's the type of friend I am.
That's literally how you guys started the show.
I like how he's attacking me, and it's because of his failed basketball career.
Nah, you try to bring me up. I'm just saying.
No, I'm just saying.
You try
okay.
to act like I ain't got, like I'm not Swaggy P.
Was
like
there ever a
you the
time-
only person, like you act like you the only person that can't do nothing after basketball. Like basketball is your life. You get it. If you get, you sit in traffic after basketball.
How excited are you to do the big 3?
That's all you got to look forward to.
That's cool. Wait, the what? Because I got a whole bunch of texts, man. Make me as a captain. Make me I want to get out of the
I
house.
said I'll play with you.
I don't want you. So look, I'm
You
trying.
want to show the tickets? You wanna show-
So I don't want him. Because I already got the reports from Denver. I got the reports from Denver. Yeah, I got the reports. He was lazy, came in fat, out of shape. They sent his black ass home.
Is that what happened?
Send his black ass
Look,
home.
this- I'm gonna let him win.
How was Mike
I'm gonna let him
Malone?
win because I hurt his feelings about traffic. I'm sorry.
You heard your feel.
What happened?
You're not supposed to tell.
Who was,
I'm
he said,
sorry.
who was what?
I'm
So,
sorry.
Gil, I just want to know, honestly, like, so you haven't played in a while, right? So you're going to go in the big 3. Is it going to be difficult being kind of like middle of the pack?
Come again?
Is it going to be difficult being like middle of the pack, like just being one of the guys, like, obviously you won't be the best player there, right? You'll be like in the top, like,
Damn.
20, top
Wait
30.
Hey,
Whoa. Whoa.
nigga might not even play.
Wait.
You did.
So, Shannon,
So,
you know what I mean?
wait.
Like, who, like,
My dog, really? That's what
like
I'm
who
talking about, really.
who is considered the best player
In the big 3.
in the big 3?
Kendrick Perkins is up there.
See?
Like, you gotta
Rashad
be
Lewis,
Yep.
Rashad McCants,
40.
Rashad McCants.
Was horrible last year. Okay. Next.
No, they won. I mean, what?
But I'm saying you got
Cat.
nothing.
50.
You got. But I'm
48.
saying you've never done it though.
I
So
know,
like it's
yeah,
new rules.
yeah.
Like you're a little bit older. You got a bad.
I'm
wheel.
still younger than them.
But you,
I was a one-on-one
But your
player. That's my
knees
game.
like
Yeah.
75. That's the only thing. Your knees, both
Didn't
of
you
them.
lose in a game of one-on-one to him too?
He always lose. He been
I
losing
just came off the flu.
What happened? What happened? Come on, man.
I just came off the flu, lost 13 pounds, and said, you know what, I
It's
need
the
to sweat it
same
out.
guy
And then he
was
wanted
on
to play.
Instagram every day. Get your 1,000 shots
Yeah.
up. I'm gonna be playing in the big 3 like I'm getting 100 million. Remember that?
Uh-huh.
He called me
Listen,
out. I didn't call you out.
Instagram is for just shits and giggles, okay? Listen, I didn't think he was gonna answer the phone. I was just gonna talk shit, and then he was around the corner, so he kind of called my bluff. And I couldn't leave.
Was he just driving in traffic?
Can we be friends, man?
I don't know. I was like, yeah, just come to the gym. I got some shit for you. He's like, I'll be there in 5 minutes. So by the time I got out of the
we
gym
be
and in my
friends?
car, he was pulling up, and it was kind of like,
He was mad. He was like, you thirsty?
That's
you
what-
thirsty?
like, damn, you thirsty to get this win?
Yes, I wanted to get out the house.
Okay,
Yeah,
and
both
you guys
thousand.
played that win.
Huh?
Just recently, right? You guys just
Yeah.
played recently? Okay, so how
There's
were
no
how
match,
were
though.
you based off of Richard's question? Are you going
Nice. I was all right.
All right, because I went from nice.
I was all right. I was decent.
He was decent.
Yeah.
Can I
I was-
play?
Okay.
to how many
That's right.
points are you gonna score
Can I play with you though,
in the
man?
big 3? They played a what? 50?
50.
Can I play with
Half
you in the
court.
big 3?
And there's 4
How
points,
many of
right?
the 50 points?
Can I play with you in the big 3? My manager right there. Can I play with you in the big 3? Can I play with you? I'll play. If you,
Like manager.
if you tell me
Wait,
to
hold on,
play,
hold
I'll
on,
play.
Hold on.
if you tell me right now to play,
I
I'll
don't even
play.
have a manager.
You
What
don't
does your
need one.
manager manage?
You
don't got
You
nothing.
just said you sit in
You don't have
traffic.
nothing.
You just said
You
sit
got
in
here because of my name. He didn't book this for you.
Oh man, come on,
God,
man.
damn, well, I
You know,
should be your
fixing my
manager.
pants. I'm fixing my
You
pants.
got some shorts, dog. You just. Can we get him
I'll
a
average
towel?
about-
Can we get him a towel?
It
To
depends.
cover- put over his lap.
I'll score 20
A game.
easily. If it was make it take it, then I'll be in the 30-something. Because I ain't got to get a ball to nobody. But the fact that I can score and then they get the ball and then if they miss, one of my teammates get the ball, kind of like fucks up the
Only
whole
thing
little
is,
ball hogging
look,
thing. You know,
I-
it's like when he got the
gonna be
rebound
coaching.
and he brung it like
He gonna
full
be
court. It was
coaching.
like, fuck.
Hey, he gonna be
how
coaching,
do we
y'all.
get the ball out of Rich's hand?
Oh, I have a 3-dribble limit.
Hey,
it was
no,
like, understand, it was like 1, 2,
Jump.
3.
Did you say jump?
Everybody needs to know that I'm looking to pass the ball. Because at the end of the day, I just want to get off of it so I can get it back.
I
go
loved
finish,
my
go dunk.
team. Oh, it was amazing. Like, you know, he didn't want to dribble. Luke wanted to pass. Jason Gardner was small and he wanted to pass. And then Michael Wright, if I stayed on the right side, he couldn't get the ball. And so I had a nice little planned out where I can just shoot the ball all the time.
All right.
Yeah.
Can I get, since we have 3 Arizona guys, can I get your top Arizona bucket getters in the history?
In college.
In college.
Damon.
See, they would know before. I
I'm gonna say
didn't.
style.
I
Can
would
we,
say,
can
like,
we
Da-
look at a list
gonna
too
say
as well as you
Stoudemire.
guys are talking?
I think it's like
We
Damon.
threw up some names.
It's
Say
Khalid Reeves.
Stoudemire.
What?
Stoudemire.
Take a look
Damon
at
or Salim? Are you saying
take a look
Damon?
at this
saying
list.
Salim.
Okay,
Yo,
let's
Lane,
see.
Listen, Mike.
Rashad,
No, Mike
would you
wasn't.
move that a
Okay,
little
look.
closer?
Damon was a bucket getter.
Yeah, if you don't mind.
Sean Elliott, who is
Thank
like
you.
second all time in scoring.
You gotta put the other Stoudemire.
Gilbert, you sucked in college.
Yeah,
though.
you didn't really.
Like you were nice. You were nice.
I'm not
but,
saying this
like,
because he's here.
I was,
It was
I led the
ridiculous.
team in scoring both years. And it was four All-Americans. And then it was me.
Yeah, but you weren't Agent Zero.
Because I had 4 All-Americans
Yeah.
on my team.
So you weren't a bucket getter. You averaged 13. It's like
I averaged 15 with four super studs.
yeah. Look, I
So
appreciate the
that was amazing.
No,
That is amazing.
Well, what
That
happens,
is
so what
amazing.
happens in the NBA? You averaged 30 with 2 other All Stars with Antoine Jameson and Karan Butler. What happened then?
I was
Man,
supposed
that
to be
was
redshirted.
dysfunctional. You should've
And
said
somehow I got into.
All I'm
should've
saying,
got there.
Gil, I'm not saying you weren't nice, but
Okay,
I
we're
can't
gonna
put
try
you-
this. We're gonna try this.
I can't put you on a
Did
bucket
you
getter.
think I was gonna average? You think I was gonna lead our team in scoring when I first got there?
No.
But wait.
Hell no.
After
Hell,
2 weeks of the open run, yes. After 2 weeks of the open run, yes, I did. I was
I
like,
watched
oh.
a practice, and I said, and Coach O said, Gilbert, stop driving baseline. And so Gilbert proceeded every single time to drive baseline, even if somebody was trying to stop it. He would throw the ball in between somebody's legs, run out of bounds, still get the ball, and dribble it all the way out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He was doing
Were
stuff
you
that
like
it
a
was
coach's
hilarious.
nightmare or a coach's
Nightmare.
dream?
Yes.
Nightmare.
Yeah, Gilbert,
Dream or a
don't
nightmare?
fucking lie.
Yeah.
Okay, in the sense, but I worked hard, so they had to look past that. You know, it's like, it's not like I talked back. I just did what I was gonna do.
No, that's not true. Gilbert was the most sensitive guy of all time.
What? For sure.
Thank you. This is what happened. No
Boy,
BS. This
his-
is Gilbert. This is
his
Gilbert.
feelings get hurt so bad.
quick. Gilbert, you can't do that.
Yeah.
So Gilbert would do this, right?
Right.
So like this is the hoop facing this direction. Gilbert would sit on the backstop like this and just pout like this. He would sit like this in practice.
Boy, that's so
And coach
sensitive.
was like, Gilbert, are you just gonna sit over there and pout? We would have to like go Gilbert, like, Gil, it's okay, man, come on. I kid you not, multiple times in practice, and they just knew he was such an immature clown that he would go and sit on a backstop and face the other direction. He did this one time before the Final Four.
Listen, I have a problem with like I don't know how to express anger, you know, so I just shut down. You know, that's my thing, you know.
Dog,
Like,
yeah,
if
dog.
I don't like what you're saying, it just
we were shooting free throws. We were shooting free throws, right before the Final Four, and we had to make a certain amount or whatever. We were literally the next day we were about to leave, and Gilbert missed like a couple free throws. He's like, I'm so freaking mad, blah, blah, blah. Punt this ball. I was like, you won't do it. This dude grabs the ball and punts it to the middle. Now, mind you, there's only like 18 people in the entire arena because it's a closed practice. This dude punts it, and coach sees it. He's like, Gilbert, what are you doing? And he's like, go get that ball. And it's like, this is right before the Final Four. Before the Final Four.
Balls, right?
Yeah, thanks, Dick. Wait, thanks.
Did y'all make the
yeah,
tournament?
Yeah.
Yes, you made it to Elite Eight.
You did?
Once?
Yeah,
Oh,
you
that's
put
tight.
out, KD and all them.
That's tight.
Texas, we put him out.
Just
He-
KD.
He
on
wasn't
Texas's
nice.
team.
It was all right. They had, what's his name? Austin or something like that? Play for Orlando.
Rivers?
Austin Rivers?
no. Austin Augustine.
Augustine.
DJ?
He's
DJ
Augustine?
DJ Augustine.
Okay, he was
Yeah.
nice in college.
He's a little guy.
Who's the nicest dude you played against in college?
Us? Probably Scalabrini. Scalabrini or Stromae
Was Luke
Swift.
Rittenauer that dude in
Stromae
college?
Swift. No,
Oh,
look,
no,
they were young.
that team,
They were young.
That team
They
was
were
young.
They were
and
freshmen.
They were just. They beat us twice though.
No, they didn't.
They beat us our 2 years. 2 years.
But that
team
was
beat us.
not those guys, though.
No, first it was Freddie Jones. Freddie Jones.
Freddie
and,
Jones and those guys, but we beat them.
At home, we didn't beat them over there.
Yeah,
lost
that's
them
because
both
we was
times.
fucking around. We was fucking
Yeah,
around.
we
That's
were-
different. They went not because they were
nice.
nice. No, it's not because they were nice. It's because we were fucking around. We beat everybody. Like Stanford was the #1 seed that
We
year,
beat them
and we
both-
beat them both times.
both
But then
times
we
they're the
lost to
ball.
Oregon, who was
That's
just
when
like
they
a
had
good
the college
team.
twins.
Yeah, we
Stanford
beat
yeah,
them.
and Casey Jacobson.
Like,
Curtis
would it
Borchardt.
have been like
said
Scalabrini?
Scalabrini?
Because he gave us a double. He gave us 20
Scalabrini
and
was
22
super nice.
times.
Yeah,
Really?
Scally was nice
And
because
then-
he was a stretch four before they were
They were
stretch fours.
And then what's the name fucked us up too in the tournament? No, when we played.
Dunleavy?
No, Stromae Swift.
No,
Like, he made our name off of us.
No. But that was at LSU. It wasn't
Yeah,
tournament.
that
But he
was
was a problem.
Desmond
He was a
Farmer.
problem. But
Yeah, he was a problem.
Stromae was a
Yeah,
problem.
he was a problem for us.
6'9".
What about Desmond Farmer and like?
Trash.
Who?
No, all them
he
dudes
wasn't.
trash.
For us, no, that was
Damn.
Sam Clancy arguably was the hardest dude to guard.
Sam Clancy was-
Sam Clancy was a man.
Don't be disrespecting
Jordan
my
Farmer, he was
people
just
like
a hyper. He was just a hyper.
Hyper
2-3.
bucket getter.
Well, you got a whole team full of.
He averaged 20 though.
Not again. You're junior
Josh.
when you got there. You're
Yeah,
junior.
no. We didn't play. Like he wasn't doing
He
anything.
was a
against
freshman.
us,
Like, he was
yeah.
a freshman still. Like
That's
Jeff
all-
DePayne was still a star.
Did y'all play against the Ship brother, older Ship?
They were
Joseph,
all
they were
trash.
trash.
They were all trash.
Well, I thought you unpacked them
UCLA.
players.
UCLA.
Yeah, but
had-
this was
that
after we
us.
left.
Like UCLA was nice. They just couldn't get they shit.
Like we
together,
never
right?
had a
UCLA
Pac-12 Player
had
of the
a
Year. The
team.
Pac-12 Player of the Year went to Cal just because Stanford had three or four guys. They had Madsen, the Collins twins, and then no, it was Lampley, Sean Lampley,
Shamply.
and then Shamply, and then it was me, you, Luke, Lauren, Mike
Who's like
Wright.
the best team in the pack. Y'all was?
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Not even. It
We
was-
won it every time.
Yeah.
Luke Renau
Washington
was
was
good.
nice.
Luke Renau and Luke
Luke
Jackson.
Renau.
He was, no, they were nice, but
They
those
were
guys were
nice.
young.
They were
Oh,
young.
so I used to like
That's what they
Gordon.
were just young. They
Yeah,
just
no,
were
Luke.
young.
I was.
Freddie
I-
Jones was all
I
right.
the year
Freddie
the
Jones
year
all right.
after we all left, like I saw like Luke Rittenauer throwing it off the glass in the
Yes.
kale to Luke
Yes.
Jackson dunk, and I was
What about
disrespecting.
like 25?
They was disrespecting us. I was
You
so
know what's
hot.
so funny is when he said that who's the best player, that's what fucked me up in the draft.
Yeah.
Because you ask him like, yo, so what do you think? And they're like, oh, I'm a lottery. And you got all these guys like, who the fuck are y'all? It's Joe Johnson. Who are you? You
Yeah,
got
Joe Johnson.
All
Oh,
these
Joe
guys.
was out here?
No,
Yeah,
Joe Johnson. Then
was
you
our
had
year. And we came out, and also what sucked for us was that we came out in the
In
year
high
where
school.
all the high school guys came out.
But it was one of those
yeah.
things where you're asking these guys like, where do you go to school? Like
Arkansas, I never.
I
didn't know who Monte Ellis
my
was.
first
Yeah, I was
workout.
like,
My
who?
first workout in the entire NBA was at the Detroit Pistons. I'm thinking, oh, okay, I'm, whatever, All-American, went to Arizona, playing the national championship. I'm playing against Joe Johnson, who is taller than me, not that athletic. He's athletic, but not that
athletic,
athletic.
but
But
he's
he had strong head on.
yeah.
I was like, who the fuck is this guy?
This is like Kendrick
I've never-
Brown. It's
Yeah,
like, who
he
are
was
these
trash.
guys?
But the
But
other
that's what
one,
I'm saying, but
who
you
was
got
the-
all these
Who was the other
guys.
dude? No, Kendrick Brown was trash. No,
was Kendrick Brown?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Names that
Exactly.
Kendrick Brown.
Yeah.
Seton Hall, you got the young folks.
Who was the kid that
you
went
got
to
Kendrick
UNC
Brown
Charlotte?
Rodney White.
Rodney
go
White.
ahead,
So
Kendrick
I worked against Rodney
Kendrick
White
Brown for
and,
sure had
and,
What type of name is these? Rodney White?
Your name is
Brown,
Swag- your name is Swaggy P, and you want to talk about
It's
other names?
biblical.
But that's what I'm saying.
It's
But it was like
biblical,
all
though.
these names.
Wait, what?
Swaggy
biblical.
P is
It's in the
biblical?
Bible. It's in the Bible.
What Bible?
The New
Where?
Testament. It's in the New Testament. New
Where?
Testament. It's a New Testament. It's coming
Did
out.
someone give you the nickname
coming
back to
out?
Richard's question at the beginning?
but
or-
wait, Gil. That's what messed you up in the draft.
Mentally.
Not you acting like an asshole at the draft.
Right.
Wait,
draft.
is that a true story?
Wait, what
That
happened?
you told out?
I want to be an international pimp.
You want to what?
It was like, what do you want to be?
No. Let me tell this story because and then
Oh,
I'll let
come on.
Gilbert.
I never thought that
So
was
we're
real.
sitting
Y'all,
there.
he
We're sitting
ruined
there
my
in
life.
rookie transition. All of the rookies, all of the NBA PA, like all of the NBA people. So they're going around passing the mic, right? And as soon as like Jason Collins got it, he started laughing
Oh.
and made everyone else laugh because they were making fun of him. Then they go, well, how about you? So they hand him a mic, and they're like, so what do you want to accomplish in this league? And then Gilbert goes, I want to be a pimp. And the guy was like, wait, excuse me? And then and gave him a second chance. It was like, everyone's kind of laughing, giggling. He's like, I want to be an international pimp. And then the guy lights into him. If you're talking about being a misogynistic, if you're talking about objectifying women, this ain't the league for you, and goes off on Gil thinking like it'll have some sort of impact on him.
So what was the impact?
The impact was like we all kind of laughed and then we all got yelled at for laughing at him. Right?
Like I was just
What did
playing.
you say?
I was just playing, and then he asked again. So I had to double down. That's just like, okay, pimp. The only thing that's better than pimp is international. I had to double down, like I'm in front of my peers. There's competition right here. I
This
couldn't
is
back
what
down
he
from
said
him.
in front of the entire NBA. Then on top of it, right? So we have a treadmill test, right? We have a treadmill test, and so I'm right next to Gil. So we have a treadmill test. Everyone's trying to do this the treadmill run and all the bench presses. Gilbert gets up there like a true LA kid. Gets up there in some brand new all-white Chucks, right? Like this is what he's doing the draft workout in Chucks. I'm not shitting you. Listen to me. He gets in there in Chucks. And he starts running, right? He starts running on the treadmill. And I'm like, look at this idiot. And then he hops off like a minute into what's supposed to be like a 15 or 20-minute
21
run.
minutes.
21 minutes. He hops off 3 minutes into it and be like, nah, this is messing up my Chucks. I can't do this. And they're like, you have to finish the test. He's like, nah, I'm good. This is scuffing up my Chucks.
second.
Do that.
This what I can't. I'm standing right next to him. Like,
Baby,
oh.
I was a legend. I was a legend, baby.
He's doing this at the
on.
draft workout.
Draft workout. And then you played how many years in the league?
2. I was a stud though. Like you,
3.
You didn't play your first 2
They
years.
gotta go.
No, he did.
They had to
No, in
guard
Golden
me.
State?
No, he did.
Like all that I wasn't worrying about being in shape. That's what I do. Run.
Well, this is how he.
So I didn't take none of that seriously. Like, let's just get to these workouts so we can do all this basketball stuff. Like all that stuff didn't mean anything to me.
This
so
is
I just took it
this
as a
is
joke.
really the problem with Gil and why he is as messed up as an individual as you'll ever find. So he gets drafted in the second round, right? And he drops to the same drafts as like Troy Murphy and Jason Richardson, who was a top 5 pick. He's the best player on their team. But the problem is he only signed a 2-year contract because he fell to the second round. So meanwhile, he's balling out. And the team's like, we can't afford to keep this guy. So they tried to create a Gilbert Arenas rule that if you draft a kid in the second round, that you can like keep him for less under the cap or whatever.
There's a rule named after you?
No, it was either they had it or they were trying to get it.
No, got it. No, it's
got it.
there. It's there.
So meanwhile, this dude signs a $66 million contract at 20 years old.
That was the best thing that happened to me.
So
No wonder why you
That second round was the best thing that happened to me.
So in like my third year, I'm averaging like we went to the finals twice. I'm averaging 18 a game. Like we win the division. I'm balling out, right? And I was a first round pick. I'm in my third year, and Gilbert's like, "Yo, Rich, how's it going over there? You playing well? What you making? 1.8? I'm making 11 million this year." This is what he's saying to me during warm-ups. Like, Richard, you're playing great. That 1.3 million is gonna be awesome. Yeah, I was in the second round, Rich. I'm making 11 million for the next 6 years. Have fun with it. Wait. Oh, you got another contract next year too? Oh man, that sucks, man. This is what he's saying to me in the middle of the game. And I'm just like,
when I was signing that, I was just giggling like, oh, the whole first round.
the whole first round. He murdered the whole first round. So that's also why he was able to come up and get the next contract
Faster than everybody else.
faster, a lot, like 2 years, 3 years faster than everybody else. So he was 2 or 3 years younger than everybody
You're
else.
just smart.
No, this
Luck.
was no.
was
Ali,
luck.
that's the problem. People like you that condone his idiotic behavior.
It's smart.
Jumping off the treadmill and saying it's scuffing up your chucks is not smart.
Okay, that wasn't smart.
Okay, telling the world that you want to be an international pimp.
Okay, that wasn't smart. But look, when you add all that dumbness in, second round, faster contract, 111, smart. It's like Kanye West. Somehow it just gets to genius. Just somehow it just gets there.
Yo, you have no idea. And the
he was
funniest
in
thing is he was
Chuck.
like, Richard, man, congratulations on that first round. We got 2 more years? Yeah, I'm making 11.2 this year, man. But, you know, we'll see. We'll see. Good job, though, man.
Good job. The finals, 2 years, good job.
Finals, man. Good job. I was like, what
was
the
in
fuck
some
is wrong with
Chucks.
you?
Yo.
Yeah, and
That's
Chucks.
dope though.
No, that's not dope.
Okay, so then
dope.
let's get back
That's
to
fucking
the
dope.
fact that your nickname is in the Bible.
His nick,
Yeah.
where's your
How you
nickname
got
in the Bible?
Me and God tight like that. We're gonna talk about that later. Me and God don't really like discuss
I've
our
asked this
business.
whole time. I don't know what the P stands
We don't
for.
like to
Yeah.
discuss
Yeah,
our
what does it
business.
stand for? Swaggy P.
It's biblical. It's biblical. It's like a prophet. I'm like a prophet. But
You're a swaggy prophet.
I don't want to give y'all that. I got a book coming out that y'all can see all that
You can
later.
promote the book right here, right now.
Book coming out. Mystery of the P is coming out.
Mystery of the P.
That sounds like a burning topic. It is.
Because this is the Lakers channel, should we look at some highlights?
Yes, I would love to look at some
Gil
highlights.
and kind of Nick, because didn't you
Highlights
have,
from, some highlights from,
games.
from
did you have a
what team?
pretty good game against Kobe where you dropped like 60?
Look at this.
That was his last
wait,
game.
That was his last game.
That was his last year. After LeBron did this
What was
to
that
him.
last year?
Wait. Isn't
Show
this
LeBron
where
thing.
you didn't make the USA team thing? And then
That
you started deciding to
was-
barbecue them.
Man, I'm telling you, it
That
was
was this
after
year.
LeBron.
Yeah, that was
That's
this
how
year.
you
This
had
is
two-
before.
You
LeBron
had
was the
two
year
good.
before.
You
I
had
keep
two
saying
good
that.
knees here.
This is before
This is
LeBron
where you're
time.
That was
wearing
the
those
year
Prada
before.
shoes.
This is the year after.
It's the year he missed 2 free throws. LeBron
was the
said you
year
gonna go
before.
home.
That was the year
the year
before.
before.
Look at. Oh, you taking a bow? You taking a bow? Wait, did we have a game winner?
The game winner against Utah?
Yeah.
Or in Utah?
Where was
No,
it?
what's so funny is
Right,
that,
yeah, we got
that-
the game
like,
winner
The
in
Lakers,
Utah.
like before the 60,
Right here?
that was the team I averaged the most
What,
points on.
this one right here?
This right here. Let me see.
This is how the big three gonna look.
Watch this. Watch this.
Like,
Oh, let's
But watch this. This is my favorite. Dog, this is one of the most iconic shots in NBA history.
can we take it one
I already
step
know where
further?
this going.
Can we
I
take
already
it
know
one
where
step
this is
further?
going. I already knew where this was going.
You know what's crazy? How many people in that video are still in the NBA right now?
None. No, but it was crazy is that
Which
your
video?
shot was all the way down.
This video.
But it didn't count.
Kinda
No
like
different
on
than
the
your
York
pops.
rim.
No different than the shot you shot in your house.
you know
Yeah.
It
what?
was all the way down.
The takes
You
room.
want to beat me so bad.
Why
I
would
just
I
thought
want to
about,
be
like,
you?
who
I
does
look
that?
better than you.
Like, who does
Like I
that?
said,
Like you, like that's.
I don't want to sit in
So
traffic.
Allie doesn't know much about much. Like I asked her about Indiana Jones today, she didn't know that. And I was trying to explain your game, right? No, we don't care about you. We're trying to explain your game because
My
she's
game?
seen your
All
game.
left.
She's seen your
I'm
game.
more interested in
This
your
is what I
swag.
said. This is
I'm
what I
not
said.
kidding.
He was a combination, and this is before one of his. Look, I'm actually gonna give you a compliment, so calm down. Before his knees went sideways, he was literally a combination
And
of like
LeBron, and
no, no,
LeBron,
No, no, no. I was
and
gonna say-
LeBron.
okay, LeBron.
Okay.
I was gonna say he was a combination if you combine like Dame Lillard and John Wall. Right, if you combine like that speed, getting downhill and getting to the free throw line with that type of shooting ability and
bigger.
clutch
I wanna
ability
say
in the
John
fourth.
Really?
But because of the
Well,
speed.
I'm
because
more
of the
talking about
speed,
like a
the speed.
combination, not the
Yeah,
big
the
and all,
speed.
but just like the speed and getting to the free
Like
throw line
Dame
and putting
for sure.
pressure, but
And
then
that
could
Steph
shoot
shit.
clutch stuff like Dame Lillard from deep
My
and all
rookie
stuff.
year, we played them, and we had a really good guard on our team.
Who?
And I forget right now.
What could have been real good.
That was on New York. And then I remember you gave him 32 and a half, and magically his ankle started
Oh,
to hurt.
Marbury.
You gave him 32 and a half?
Marbury was
32 and a half.
crazy at that time.
No,
No,
that
no,
wasn't.
no.
No, that
That was
wasn't
before
When
crazy.
he was on New York, he was
was-
crazy.
Not that
No,
first year.
This is not his first 2
his first. He went to the playoffs his first
Larry-
year. We beat him, but no big deal.
But the year after, he was eating grease. So
that was like
So-
3 years. That was like
That's
3
3
years.
years.
That was like
No.
That's by
3
the time
years.
you
That's
got
3
to the
years.
league.
That was
Yeah,
3
yeah,
years.
That was,
I
that
promise
was
you.
when I was gone.
That's by the time you got in the league.
Yeah.
He
I
was
promise.
actually balling,
so
and
both
then
of y'all
the
was
Larry
good.
Brown stuff came out, and then him and Larry started going at it. You did you play with Larry Brown? Oh,
What's so
Richard.
funny is that team was actually nice. They just like you guys. They had
Hated
Jamal
each other.
Crawford. Yeah, Jamal
Yeah.
Crawford,
Zach
Eddie
Randolph.
Curry.
Steph, Quentin Richardson, Malik Rose.
Yeah, JJ. Jared Jeffries came.
That's his my second year, and then we
Jerry
had
go there or something?
No, he went to
Antonio
Indiana.
Davis.
Because you had two guards.
we
Well, you had two guards. You had
Steve Francis.
Steve Francis. Yes, Steve
He hit
Francis.
the game winner.
Yeah, the Steve Francis.
I'm gonna tell you, I've never
They
played
had
with
Steve
anybody
Francis in New York?
who went out harder than in DC than Steve Francis did, and still had 30 and a game winner.
Steve
Like
Francis?
literally, he
Cool.
was like, I could have imagined
Oh,
he
you
had a
never.
beer.
So you never seen Iverson.
I don't remember Steve Francis after Houston.
What?
You know,
Steve
yeah,
Francis.
It,
Yeah,
it,
I'm
took
about to say.
it took a turn.
It took a
He was
turn
in
for the
New
worse.
York?
It took a turn.
He was in New York?
He was in New York for a hot minute.
Yeah.
But he was once him and,
Jalen
and
Rose
Cat,
was
once
there?
him and Cat broke up, it was
Yeah,
just
but
not.
this
it
was their
not the
team.
same.
They had Marbury, Marbury and
Francis.
and
And
then on the
Jamal
back
Crawford.
end, Jalen Rose
So
and Jamal
Marbury
Crawford.
and Francis like talking about going crazy.
And Jamal Crawford. They had Jamal Crawford
they had a
and Jalen
squad.
Rose.
Yeah, we beat him in the
Richardson.
They had
playoffs.
a nice four
I
guards.
like Jamal.
Yeah.
Gil, did you have friends in the league?
What?
Like, did people like you? Like,
Everyone loved me.
they did.
That was the nicest.
Man.
People were scared of you.
No.
Tell him.
Then-
Tell him.
Yeah,
Tell him
because
how
there
you
were
burned
just
somebody's house
See,
down.
you burned
Tell him because he called you a loser. He called
Tell us
people
the story.
to
Tell us the
I
story.
already know this full story. And don't you tap my feet.
What are you talking about?
He said, "Don't you tap my feet." He's like, "Yo, man, it's still a criminal trial. Man. Come on,
I
dog.
was-
Like, the statute of limitations
I was a
is not
nice
over."
dude.
Yeah.
Like I made the All-Star game. I'll send baskets to the opposing team. No, serious. I did to all the coaches on
Like
the East Coast.
gift baskets?
Yeah, gift
Yeah.
baskets. So
Like,
it's
thank
nice.
you.
Yeah.
I worked hard. I didn't bother nobody
You didn't. You
until they.
didn't make you put you on that team, and then the Agent Zero hibachi shit started.
Where did hibachi come from?
Stole it.
I stole it from Brendan Haywood. We was getting cooked by Marbury and Jamal Crawford, and then he was like, "Man, they cooking shrimp and chicken out there tonight, man." They got
Barbecue chicken?
Yeah, they got the hibachi grill going, and then boom, that's me.
If you listen, if you don't know how good Gilbert is, you just gotta ask him. He'll tell you.
Yeah, I'm learning.
He'll tell you.
I like it.
He'll
Gotta
tell
be.
you.
You gotta be you. You
gotta
gotta
be
be
you.
you.
Yeah. The fact that me, you, and Luke were on the same team, and then Michael Wright, who, God rest his soul, was, a very interesting individual, and then Lauren, who was certifiably crazy. Lauren. I love Lauren to death, but he would snap.
just twisted.
He would snap on you in a heartbeat. Lauren is the only
I
guy
was
I've
there
ever
when
seen.
y'all had to kick him out of practice.
He's the only guy that I love. I love my guy Lauren.
In
Greatest dude.
the red and blue game.
Yeah.
Yes, he tried to fight people in the red and blue game. He tried to
So it's an inter squad scrimmage, and so they have all these things. And Lauren Woods is like, you would think this is the Final Four. He is like, you motherfucker.
Like him
I'm
and
gonna fucking kill you.
he was Rasheed Wallace. He did.
Yeah, he was
him
like-
and refs didn't just get. They
He
didn't
would
get
just
along.
black out. He would just black out at any point in time. But if you got him not in those moments, nicest dude
The
in the world.
nicest dude
So
ever.
he gets suspended, right? So JB Bickerstaff, they were in Minnesota, and he got suspended for playing, I think it was for Toronto. I'm gonna butcher the story. But he goes to JB's and he was just like hanging out at Bickerstaff's house. They like go out, grab drinks, he pass out. JB's watching like Sports Center in the morning with Lauren on his couch. He's like, yes, Lauren Woods has been suspended. And he goes, what happened? He's like, man, well, my coach was talking shit. And he was like, oh, you got a problem, Lauren? You got a problem, Lauren? Well, let's go back in that room and see who comes out. And Lauren's like, oh, great. We go back there, I whoop yo ass, and then I get suspended. This is what he's saying to his coach, right? Like we had when I'm one of the more normal people on the team, like that's when you
So
know
how
there's an
was
issue.
like y'all parties though? Like the Gil party?
Oh,
No.
no.
I was about to say,
They
you
didn't
don't seem like
invite, they
it
didn't
party.
invite me to parties.
I really thought
Like
it
who
was
wanna
fun.
hang out with
Me.
Gil? Yeah, I'm about to say. Did
No,
y'all
this is
hang
the
out with
thing.
Gil?
We messed
He got
with Gil.
cool.
I went to
after
one
he got
party
cool.
with
Jay
Gil,
Gardner,
and he
Jay
threw
Gardner
rocks
and
at
him,
police.
Jason Gardner and him. What do you say?
I went to one party as a 17-year-old guy. So they're like, hey, Channing, go with Gil. So there's a tennis court, and there's like 100 people, right? So the police are like, everyone has to evacuate. So Gil's on the other side, river rocks. Woof. And right, he's like, get the fuck out of here, pigs, right?
This is natural
listen.
behavior I seen on TV.
So look,
You saw
it's
what?
on the
You seen
corner.
it on TV? What movie?
Look, hey, Swag.
South
look,
Central, something
I'm
one of
right
those.
here. He's throwing them this way. So the police are now flashing me, and I'm like this. Like 17
Come out, Gilbert. They got us, Gilbert.
So
They got
literally, I
us, Gilbert.
swear on everything, the police go, it's it. It's Gilbert. Gilbert. Gilbert goes, what's up, Joe? What's up, man? And starts dabbing them all up.
This is why
I was like,
I'm gonna be
oh
really
my
honest.
God.
I'm gonna be really honest. This is why I'll give you two stories. There's multiple stories why we can't fuck with Gilbert, right?
Yeah.
One of the stories.
He's crazy.
So I'm going
He's
no
fucked up.
no
Nah, he's
BS,
really
right?
crazy in the
So
head.
it's like late night. We just got our check. So I'm about to go like buy a video game. It was like the new
What kind
Resident
of check
Evil.
y'all got?
Just a little BS, like college check,
Well,
right?
what
So
kind
a
of-
little
what
Pell
kind
Grant,
of
little
check?
Pell-
How
little
much
Pell
is on
Grant.
the check, though?
I don't even. I thought it was 20 years ago. Let me finish telling
It's
you.
like $100.
So
$100,
I
$100,000.
go to Walmart, right, to go buy.
To buy Walmart.
No,
You
to
go
go
buy
buy
Walmart,
to go
okay.
buy a video game.
Arizona
And I
gave
see
you
Gilbert coming out. I'm like, oh, Gil, what are you doing? He's like, just buying bullets for my gun. I'm like, wait, what?
Oh, he's
What?
crazy. He
I
had
was
50
like,
guns,
I was like,
baby.
what are you talking about? Right? He opens his trunk. He's like, I had to go buy bullets for my gun. And he pulls out a rifle. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I'm buying video games at
But you gotta
Walmart, and you
understand what
buying
you're
bullets
dealing
for
with.
your
You gotta
gun.
understand what you're dealing like as a kid.
Mike Shortley, that's he got me hooked.
No, as a
Yeah,
kid.
Mike Short Dog had all
No,
of
it's
them.
before that.
Brophy
Mike
kids, they're weird.
Shortley
a
got me
kid,
involved in the shooting
his
at the
room
range
was
and
all
doing all
black.
that was fun.
Oh yeah.
His room was all black, like his dad didn't let him do nothing, so he had an all black room. Like, no,
I
I'll
was
tell
a-
you the story.
I
Come
was an
on, dog.
Orlando fan.
His dad.
It was black and white and
had
blue.
It was all black room, like walls black.
Was your dad Joe Jackson?
No,
Crazy, bro. That's why
I was
he
a
like
Penny
that.
Hardaway fan, so black with the white jersey.
No,
so I
it
had
ain't
to
no jerseys.
Gil, that's not okay, dog.
was
Snickers.
all
Like
black
you have to have a black
And a rim on the court, and he said, "You shoot at that rim every day, so you gonna make it to the league." So he was stuck in a room with all black, no TVs as a kid, just looking at a rim. So you
I had a waterbed.
Dog.
That was 10 years old. He had a water bed in all black.
How about
room.
this, right? How about
This is his room. This black in with
We're,
his
we're,
Lakers
dri-
sign.
we're driving. He's like, hey, Richard, you want to ride? I think we was going to go someplace like on University. Hey, Richard, you want to ride? And he had like a car with like loud music. So we driving. And he's like, hey,
loud
Richard,
music.
watch this. This dude puts in a DVD that might have been Adult Nature.
Oh, he did that to you too?
Yes. And all of a sudden, it's
ridiculous.
family weekend, windows down, sunroof open. All you hear is,
Oh, please.
all you screaming. And it's
Okay.
family weekend. So what do I do? I put the whip. I go down like this. Like, nah, dude, I'm good, Gil. Like, I'm trying to roll up the window. He put on the child locks. He put on the child locks.
They were first day of college. Gil goes, I'm rolling with you. I'm like, Gil, please no. Please no. First time you gotta sit, freshman, I gotta sit 5 rows up in the big auditorium. There's like 200 people in here. We sit down there, he sits next to me. And I'm like, man, shit. So I'm trying to listen. He goes, Channing, this is fucking boring. Let's go. And he's yelling at the teacher, say, excuse me. He goes, Channing, come on, man. This is bullshit. Let's go. So I'm like, nah, I gotta stay, Gil. I gotta stay. And she goes, excuse me, sir, do you have a problem? He goes, yeah, I got a problem. I'm out this. Let's go. He stands up, goes, walks, stomps, stomp. Makes a loud ruckus all the way to the top and says, y'all need to drop this shit. Turns off all the lights in this huge auditorium. Shoot. Like, not regular lights where they just flick on,
so
but
you
the
know-
joints that gotta warm back up.
Yeah.
Choo.
So you know when like the NBA is like doing background checks and they start asking questions about Gilbert, this is the shit they were finding. On the vid, so Aaron Miles, who played at Kansas, right? So I go and check on him. Him and Jay Gardner were his hosts. So I'm checking on him. I was like, hey, what y'all got doing? He was like, yo, we out back around. I'm like, okay, what are y'all doing? So we go like their apartment and there's like these shrubs and like a little like dirt, like small hill, like 3 feet hill. And I was like, oh, well, they were like, we out back. I'm like, what are y'all doing? Like, we're throwing rocks at cars. I'm like, what? I was like, what are you doing? He's like, watch this. And they're throwing like rocks at like cop cars, but then they could run up into their apartment if people like stopped them and looked for them. And I was like, this is what they were doing.
I didn't have shit else to do. They was in class. I already done worked out 3 times. I was just waiting for friends.
Tell them about the tow truck driver. Remember when the tow truck driver?
Oh, you remember that one?
Yeah, I remember all these stories.
Yeah, I remember
the tow
that.
truck driver. So listen, this is what happened.
Did
so,
you ever think that these stories would remain in people's lives and then come
Yeah,
back? And
what? Yeah. So the tow truck driver, right?
Yeah, so man,
his
this is
apart-
day-
his
it's a
apart-
Tuesday.
Yeah, so this is a regular
It's a
day.
Tuesday
I'm
for
talking about
him.
I would randomly see him on a Wednesday buying bullets for his gun while I was going to go video.
That story started with him. We went to go watch him in college. I mean, in
yeah,
high school.
we drove back.
We drove back, and my
we
car.
watched him in Phoenix.
My car got fucked up somehow. We're
were
racing.
we were going way
we were
too
racing,
fast. There
and
was like-
somehow mine didn't make it.
Race.
So I had to park in like handicap.
I never won the race because he drives the way his brain works. And so I was like, nah, man, I'm
One
cool.
way.
I'm cool. So like his car gets messed
kind
up and
of
it's
car
stuck.
you
His car gets stuck right there at the
kind of
spot,
car you
right?
had?
I had a Lexus.
He had an 83 Lexus, like the
wasn't-
first
no, no, no.
edition.
It
It was
was 83
it was like a
though,
first
no,
Lexus.
It was a Lexus, but it was
It was Lexus.
It was nice.
It
But it was nice though.
He could only fit one person. He had rims on it, but he was
Rims,
like, hey,
5
I can only
TVs.
get one passenger or
gave
we're
you
gonna
that?
rub.
Listen, I don't know what they was doing in college. I was balling. Okay? I don't know what they was doing.
That was funny to y'all over there?
I don't know what they was doing in college. I was balling. Okay?
This idiot, right? So his car breaks.
You gotta forget. I didn't come from East LA.
Wait. Swaggy. There's a reason why his car broke down, right? And so the tow truck driver comes and is like, hey, I got towed. He's like, don't tow my car. If you touch my car, I'm gonna shoot you. And the guy was like, yeah, whatever, motherfucker, right? So this is what this dude do. He lifts up his trunk. I think it was in your trunk, right? He lifts up his trunk and shows him a gun. If you touch my car, I'ma shoot you, right? Whatever, the tow truck driver calls, and he knows, he's somewhat intelligent. He knows that cops are on their way. So he goes and takes the gun, right? Takes the gun, gives it to like his neighbor. Cops show up. Excuse me,
he did that
Mr.
for me.
Yeah,
He
excuse
did
me,
that for
Mr.
me.
Arenas. What's going on? And so Gilbert, being like a dick, right? Like opens up the door barely. Can I help you guys? And they're like, so they go down there. Apparently there was a threat made. Blah blah blah. Well, they need to check your trunk. So he like opens his trunk super, and look, this is like a SWAT team. This is a SWAT team in a college apartment complex. So like the whole like half of the school. Now mind you, this is all pre-social media, so that helps dodges a lot of bullets. But he like opened his trunk really small. He's like, yo, I never said that to the guy. So it's like his word versus like this is the stuff that like makes you drop down to the second round, and then you all of a sudden get a $66 million contract and you learn no lessons. Ladies and gentlemen, Gilbert Arenas.
My dog.
I had fun.
I know.
You know what I mean? I was having fun. The problem is I called my own tow truck guy. You know, I got a lot of time to meet a lot of people, you know, when everyone's in class. So I had a lot of friends. So I called my own tow truck guy, and the office called him. Don't touch that. Okay, I already called my own, so he decided he was gonna try to.
Oh,
Yeah,
y'all had
you were
cars?
just.
I pulled out a broom when they
I didn't
went
get
into
my
the
driver's
house.
license until I was 20.
What kind of car they gave you?
Who gave no one?
Listen,
I worked the
listen.
Jordan camp. I worked the Nike camp. I worked the
They
Nike
give you
camp.
$500.
Yeah, that's $500.
You can't buy a car for $500.
No, but you can,
make a good
you
payment,
can make
though.
a great payment. Then you take the Pell Grant. Then you take your Pell Grant,
He don't know
right?
what it is.
Then you
I
work
didn't get the
Jordan.
Pell Grant.
You get the. Oh, you really did
Listen,
have
listen,
money.
listen.
Okay.
Let me just be honest with you.
Okay,
Listen,
you had
I'm
some
just gonna be
money.
honest with you. He was the fourth option
Every time.
Okay.
But he was the
He got
highest.
five.
Everybody knew Richard Jefferson.
Yeah, but he was at the
Say it
school. He was
again.
the fourth
Yeah.
option.
I was the fourth option.
He was the fourth option.
I was there chilling.
He
Like,
was
one
like-
play,
it
it
was
was
a
like-
out of bounds law play.
I was the
They
number
was
one
trying
option.
hard.
They
You
were
already
trying
knew where
hard.
you
I was
going.
letting them fight it
Yeah.
out. Like, hey, like when we would play against Casey Jacobson, we would just give Gilbert the ball the entire time. Like, take the ball every time. Whenever we played against somebody that played in our position, like when Lauren Woods played against Chris Mihm, we would give the ball
just
to
feed the
Lauren
ball, yeah,
30
yeah.
times. Like, you gonna outplay him. When we played against Casey Jacobson, we was like, Gilbert, here, our Eddie House.
Eddie
We
House,
just
yeah.
give the ball to Gilbert. Like, Gilbert.
Oh, Eddie House was cold.
Yeah,
House was
yeah,
cold.
we
We shut
had
him down.
61
Yeah.
right before we played him. Gilbert
Hey,
shut him
Diago
down.
was a
down.
bucket.
Yeah,
in
but that was
college.
after us. That
Yeah,
was
we
after
shut
us.
that down.
Okay,
Eagle
guys,
Dollar
I
play with
don't
y'all?
I don't want to interrupt
Eagle Dollar
you.
play with y'all?
No, he was right
Play
after.
with me.
Okay.
I don't want to interrupt you, but we do have to wrap.
I'm about to
Rap
say,
what?
God damn, I need to go. I ain't gonna
Hang on, hang on.
Is that the real time?
Yeah, where you gotta
4:18.
go?
Yeah, we got 1 second though,
Tell me about your
because
life like us.
as this is airing, Channing will have played his second to last game in the NBA,
Alright, good for you,
and so we
Channing.
did
I haven't played since
here
last
on the Lakers channel. Of course, we wanted to show you your best Laker highlights.
Oh, they got
no.
your tribute
So-
video for Channing.
yeah, we got
Let's
your
see
little
this.
tribute video
What is this?
for you.
It's all threes. It may be a floater.
We need you to.
Listen, threes and twos.
We get to see the debut of Channing Frye in Laker uniforms. Here's Frye rattling it in. The veteran Channing Frye. Hart kicks it. Frye in rhythm, on its way. Perfect.
Channing Frye seems like he's back in rhythm.
Frye, little off balance, but a shooter can still get it done. Frye got it again. Well, Channing is obviously feeling it tonight. Look to the roll man. Frye finally finds him, and he missed the dunk. And he missed the dunk.
His first miss of the night, and he's laughing at himself. The whole team is going to let him know about this miss. Channing, you're not a dunker.
Looky dookie. The big lookster.
What made you be a stretch? Coming out of high school.
No. When I was in college, I was a true center. And then what happened was
They realized you couldn't
they
jump or
kept
block
putting
a
me on
shot?
Shaq and Yao Ming and all these big dudes, and I said, "This ain't for me, dude. This ain't for me." Like, and then Phoenix said, "Channing, take 2 steps back and shoot 1,000 of those." And then we had Amari, so he's like, "Amari's down there, you're out there," and they were like, "Shoot until I take you out."
$60
What's so
million,
funny is
$60 million
changed,
later.
that's what changed the power forward position too, because when Kevin Garnett came in, he didn't want to go against Shaq either.
No.
So he went to the 4 position. Now you got all these long 4s that should have been centers,
Yeah.
and then nobody wanted the snubbies anymore.
No, but that was it. That's what happened with LaMarcus Aldridge. He was all of these guys have skills that allow them to do that. But like Tim Duncan was the same way. Tim Duncan wanted to play the 4, and then they always had a 5 next to him that would
Big
take
guy.
the
And that-
beating.
but that's what hurt. That's what hurt Mike Wright.
Yeah,
Because he was a
undersized,
six-
6'7",
those 6'7"
traditional
power forwards.
Yeah.
traditional 4 that wasn't like skilled. Like he was skilled.
And then he went to the wrong. He went to the wrong
Knicks.
team.
The
Went to
Knicks, yeah.
And that whole team was just undersized.
You know what it was? Like him going to the Knicks was like you getting him as your vet. Like it just set you up for failure.
All right, well, Nick, you got to get on your way.
Yeah, I don't want to be here.
Swaggy P's got a book coming out. Swaggy P's got a book coming out. He's going to play with
What's it
Gil
called?
on Big 3.
It's the mystery. I'll let y'all know, man. I'm bad like that, man.
Gil, good luck with the Big 3.
Oh,
Hey, you want me to
thank
play
you.
anything?
All right, man. Look. You got some place to go, man. You and the mysterious P. You know, you and your book, man. Look, give me a little copy of one of those, man. You know
listen,
what I mean?
man.
You know, sign one of those for everyone.
Look, a little
Somebody on the
penicillin and
internet.
it won't be a mystery anymore, man.
Hey, listen. Hey, listen, Nick.
I think we should wrap on that.
Penicillin it won't be a mystery. You'll figure out the P, man.
Boy, I had to go get so many Z-Packs.
Bye.